Good afternoon. It's your boy Wolfgang1305. I'm just making a video of my Temo bike that I had bought. Sorry about the mess. I'm in my kitchen. And I wasn't even supposed to buy this bike. I was supposed to test ride it because I was going to buy a high-end scooter. And for really dirt cheap. But I ended up liking it, and I was feeling this bike. I was like watching this content creator on the West Coast called Explore USA. And this content creator, he goes to like Seattle, to Las Vegas, and California. And I believe he lives in California, and because most of his stuff is in California. So I was like, you know what? That looks kind of fun to ride. So I decided to I ended up talking to this guy online, and I was like, you know, I can get one. The same bike on Amazon. And he goes, you had to put it together. I was like, I don't mind putting it together. And then I go, can I come by and test ride it? And he was like, yeah, sure. And he was very cool about it. So my friend and I, we rode up there and rode to his house. And it's a long drive, nice and quiet. Neighborhood. And the thing though, when I was riding it, I had to get used to it because I've got my scooter still, and riding this is totally different. I wouldn't highly recommend taking this thing, or if you have like a high-end e-bike with knobby tires, I wouldn't recommend like going on like off-road with it. It's not really meant for that, you know what I mean? It's just more meant for like street. If you want to do off-road with your bike, that's up to you. But me personally, I wouldn't recommend it. I think these type of bikes, they're not meant for off-road. They're not. Just because they have like big balloon tires and stuff, they're not meant for off-road. The thing that I really like about it is that it has a nice display, but it could be better. They could make, like, when you're out in the sun, they could put like a visor over it, so that way you can look at how fast you're going. But next month I'm getting a protector type thing, so the screen won't get all damaged and broken, like a case cover. It goes 45 miles. That's the max speed. Top speed is 28 miles per hour. So kilometers, I only did, like, you can see, 4 kilometers. But the mileage, I know it's far. I've put miles on this. I rode to 3 different towns and different days, and I love the suspension on this. I love how it's really strong and sturdy. carbon frame, and I put lights on it. I put an alarm on it, and so at nighttime you can see I already put lights on it. Bought these lights, same lights that I have on the back of my TV. So at nighttime, people could see me. Whoops, sorry about that. When I'm riding at night. The fun thing is that riding at night, it's much cooler. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with the lights on. So I mounted this up here with this thing that I bought over at Rocky. It's in the same thing over here. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with the lights on. Yeah, this is what it looks like with the lights on. I had to adjust the light so the light was already up, and I didn't really like it when it was up, so I had to adjust it to make it go down so I can ride better at night. And comes with a pouch for your phone, and obviously there's the horn right here. So yeah, this is a great bike to ride. I'm happy that I bought it, and you can also, if you want to put a passenger on here, they can put their feet, this pegs come out just like on the other side. Pegs right here. So when the next person sits, when you have a person who wants to sit in the back, they can put their feet on there, on the pegs, so they won't fall off. I recommend wearing a helmet when riding this type of bike or any high-end electric bikes. I don't recommend not wearing a helmet. It's better to wear a helmet, even though it's a win-lose situation, but it'll still save your life. And I'm going to be buying piece by piece a protector gear and a GoPro, or I might just I'm going to buy a GoPro, and I'm also going to buy and save up for a Samsung S21 Ultra, the same phone that's in my hand, because why should I, even though I want to get a GoPro, a nice one, but using a cell phone is a whole lot better. It's 4K, better pixels, and high quality as well too. So I'm going to show you the persons that I went and got the bike from. That's his name, Bert's Bike. Got nice friendly dogs. Right here is his Gmail. Sorry, he doesn't have a phone number, But if you go on to send him a message and tell him that he has a bunch of e-bikes and that he's selling. So if you go up to him and send him a message and saying that you're interested in an e-bike, tell him Wolfgang sent you, and um, just ride safe and be responsible. Speaking of being responsible, excuse me, riding these e-bikes when you're out, even though we have like um, bike lanes and stuff, riding e-bikes you have to be responsible and you have to have respect for the traffic and other people on the road. Uh, there's other states whereas parents buy their kids these high-end electric bikes, Surons and e-bikes as well, the high-end ones like the Red One Up, and they these kids are taking something that us adults really like to do and enjoy and fun in riding these type of vehicles. We take these things very seriously. We enjoy riding them, but it's the parents who take and buy these um, type of vehicles, these e-bikes and Surons and dirt bikes. They're the one. Those kids are the ones who out there are going to ruin it for all of us. There was quite a few incidents, whereas um, these kids, mostly like teenagers and stuff, riding out in the middle of traffic, doing wheelies and being disrespectful to other drivers on the road. And the parents don't see a problem with it. But in other states, they're banning e-bikes. In some states, they're making them, whereas people have to have a license. Because of these, um, teenagers want to be reckless and taking something that we all enjoy riding as a person who likes to ride e-bikes. We respect the road and safety, and we wear our safety gear, and we are responsible. But these other teenagers, they're not. They're not being responsible. They're reckless, and other states, they just ban them, and they're just picking them up. And if a teenager is riding recklessly and disrespecting other drivers and stuff, if it's a bunch of teenagers, they get pulled over, their e-bikes get taken away and get hauled off and by a wrecker, and they have to pay just like a car that sits in a parking lot over in the when a wrecker comes along, picks it up, tow it to its destination. They have to pay the wrecker fee and the lot fee. So that's what these parents should be teaching these kids, their kids, like how to be responsible. Don't go out there being reckless. But parents don't care. They really don't care. But when their kids get hit by a driver, then it's like, well, your kid did this, your kid did that. You can't blame the driver. You have to blame your kid, because I've seen countless on YouTube, whereas parents don't see their kids being reckless by riding these high-end expensive bikes. Excuse me. So it's safety first. But when your kid gets hit, oh, little Johnny got hit. Oh, I'm gonna sue the driver. No, your kid was being reckless. You want to watch the video? That's why people have like dash cams and like, yo, your kid was being reckless and your kid got hit. So it's not the driver's fault, it's your kid's fault. It's all these teenagers who's going to ruin it for everybody else. So as an e-biker, person like me, like the rider, I enjoyed it. I respect the streets. I respect other drivers, and in my state, where I live, I must have started a trend because everyone else is like just riding e-bikes here and there, and I'm like, wow. First, I was gonna start a scooter trend, but that didn't take off. Excuse me, sorry about that. It's hot in my kitchen, and I need to start drinking some water, and plus I need to eat anyway. I just woke up around like 11:30, and this is where you plug in your charger right there. Close that up. And if you want to take this whole battery off, you put the key in right there, and then this whole thing comes right off. You can leave it on while it's charging, or you can just take it off. So yeah, back to these teenagers, who's being reckless and all that, and don't respect the road and other drivers and stuff. These parents should have never have bought their kids e-bikes. They should have never bought them that, because they're gonna do reckless things with them. There was a lady down in Florida. It's been on the news down in Florida. She was a well-known community person, very active in her community, very respectful woman. She had was it a 10-speed type bike? Yeah, it was a 10-speed. It was a regular bike. It wasn't no electric. It was just a regular bike. So this other kid, him and his friends, they had an e-bike. They had their headgear on, and they respected the road. But this one lady, she didn't wear a helmet, and she ended up getting hit by one of the kids, and then the lady ended up passing away. And now they're blaming e-bikes. This is in some part of Florida. Excuse me. Excuse me again. The kids were following the rules of the road. This was just only two kids, not a mob of them. It was only these two kids. They had to protect the gear on. Someone, or I think they did, they stayed at the scene, and someone called 911, and this is, they told them what had happened, and the community that this lady lived in wants to ban e-bikes or make it much safety. Here's another thing. It depends on how fast these two kids were traveling. Now, I've seen, and like I'm on the road, and I've seen like people with regular bikes without a helmet. In my state, you don't have to wear a helmet when you're riding a bike. But you should, just in case, save um, your life to a certain point of view. But you won't get in that much. So that's why I have two helmets. I have a motorcycle helmet, which is I'll show you. Well, not really a motorcycle helmet. Yeah, I put my phone up there when if I want to record and stuff. It's really great. It's really a dirt bike helmet. It does wonders. I just wish they would come out with a helmet where there's like little fans inside it, and when you're during the summer when it's hot out, they should make something like that. Put fans inside of them, like little computer fans. That way your whole helmet will be cool. And your head will be nice and cool as well. So the community was upset because of these two kids riding respectfully, respecting the road, and respecting the traffic. They're in the bike lane. And this lady wasn't wearing a helmet. So she's a victim, and because she had passed away and because she didn't wear a helmet, it might be, I would call it might be a freak accident, but depending on how fast these two kids were riding their bike. But it, um, I mean, and also who had the right of way at the traffic light. So no one knows what happened with that, with the rest of the story down in Florida. But like I said, they stayed with they called 911. The kids, they called 911, or someone else called 911, called their parents, and the parents came, and and that's what happened. No one knows what happened with the rest of the story. So just be safe out there. Respect the roads. Respect other drivers, and just have fun. I've rode up to next to other um, people on motorcycles, people on Harley Davidsons, and they asked me some questions and stuff, and a friend of mine, he has a Harley Davidson, and I rode up next to him. We rode together, and then after that, so other people ask me about how fast my bike goes. I tell them how fast it goes, and they're like Harley Davidson people and other people who have like regular motorcycles, and yeah, it felt really good to ride with someone on a motorcycle and a Harley Davidson, and when I'm riding this, people wave to me. I wave back to them, and it just feels really good just to ride this type of vehicle. It feels really great, and I am glad that I decided to purchase this, and I'm having a fun time riding it, and just be safe out there, and don't forget to get in contact with this guy right here. His name is Bert, and he has e-bikes. Tell him Wolfgang sent you, and he'll hook you up with an e-bike. Be safe out there. subscribe to my channel. This is Wolfgang1305, and drink plenty of water when you're out there, and respect other drivers on when you're riding your e-bike, and respect the road and follow the rules and guidelines when you're riding in traffic, and just be safe.